Hi, I'm Susan Gardner from Municipal World. We're here at the 2018 OMAA Fall Workshop, and joining me in the Municipal World Media Center is Jess Jaremchuk from Frank Cowan. Welcome,
Hello.
Jess.
Thank you so much for having me.
You just did a presentation here on cyber risk in municipalities, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to have you come in and tell us a little bit about what kinds of cyber threats are out there for municipalities right now, and how they can manage those risks.
Well, I will tell you that not only in Ontario, but across the country right now, one of the hottest topics in municipal risk management is cyber. The aspects of cyber that have to do with the privacy breaches, obviously. We have more class actions being certified. 2012, we have a new tort of privacy breach. We have a lot of legislation around privacy, and with that, new regulations, coming into effect all the time. So you've got this world created where security of that personal information is so important, because if it's compromised at all, people have a greater ability to bring a claim against a municipality or any public entity for their information.
So it's a big issue right now.
Big. And in recent events, we have the other side of things where municipalities' servers are being held ransom.
Yeah.
So we've had numerous examples really close to home here where servers have been held ransom, and municipalities are faced with that decision of whether or not to pay that ransom, and then also left with all of those costs associated afterwards with paying the overtime for employees, with hiring the consultants, with getting new servers, equipment, and a lot of times that will be far, far more costly than what the ransom was actually for.
Where are the biggest weaknesses for municipalities right now in terms of their vulnerabilities to this kind of thing?
Well, I think, and Frank Fazia, who was speaking with me, confirmed this, one of the weakest links for any organization is still the people. So updating passwords, making sure that you don't have your password on a sticky note, not clicking on certain emails. And now it's not just emails, it's text messages that are coming in. And hackers are getting better and better at mimicking real emails.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look as, off as they used to, with spelling mistakes everywhere. In Ontario, we've had a rash of incidents where somebody is emailing, acting as the CAO, emailing the treasurer, asking them to do an electronic funds transfer. And from all the municipalities I've talked to that have had this happen, they've caught it, but the realness of the email was quite surprising.
What kinds of advice are you giving municipalities right now to manage their risks better and limit their...
I think that one of the most important things for a municipality is to make it a corporate issue. It's everyone. Create that culture of risk management. It's not just an IT issue. If you think about how many files HR has, your roads department, your water department, and how all of those things have to work together, and how everyone has to be trained in how to handle sensitive information, and everyone needs to be trained on cell phone use policies, laptop use policies, all of those things. A lot of the examples we hear about privacy breaches tend to be from human error. So I think the biggest message we want to get out there is to make it an entire municipal issue, not just IT.
So municipal administrators should really work with their entire management team to make sure that those kinds of policies and procedures around the use of technology are filtered down through the whole organization.
Definitely, and have those breach response plans in place. You don't want to be trying to decide what to do, whether to pay the ransom or not. You don't want to be making that decision while your servers are being held hostage. You want to make sure that you're planning in advance for those issues or incidences.
Are there any communities that you can suggest that have good best practice documents, for example, that you might look to if you're wanting to implement that kind of policy?
I would say that it definitely is great to look to other municipalities. It's great to not reinvent the wheel. I would say that the best place to probably look for those types of documents is with your risk management team, your insurer, a cybersecurity expert, even legal counsel. I would start there. This is a new area. So if you ask me for tell me somebody who has a great policy on Parks and Rec inspection or, ice usage, I could name you off 10 municipalities and 3 organizations that have the best practices.
Right.
When it comes to cyber, it's so new. We're still coaching and working with our clients to build those policies and procedures. So we've actually worked with and consulted with an outside company, and we've put together a lot of templates at Frank Cowan Company that we can share with our clients to help them create those policies and procedures.
Okay, so it's a really new area.
For municipalities, definitely, yeah.
And we're all kind of learning together, so that's wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm Susan Gardner for Municipal World. We share your stories.